So the PEMC is a facility that we have created for the University of Nottingham. So with input from several different partners, not just Woodheads, it's been a real team effort to produce this world-class facility here in the city of Nottingham. Here at the PEMC they will be taking apart electrical engines, they will be developing new components, testing items, they'll be testing things in the ballistic testing tank, in the Faraday cage that we have here on site, examining them in the X-ray room, putting them together in the clean facility and working on them in the desks that we've got down here in this section. Currently, at the moment, they have to take items down to another facility to test them. Here they will be able to test them on site, so they'll be able to put an item inside the ballistic testing tank, put the covers on with the integral street crane inside the building. Once it's in there, it can be tested up to Mach 2 without it being able to breach the covers of the ballistic testing tank. Once that event's taken place, if it has destroyed the item inside, it can then be vented through the vent through the roof system and out so they can take the covers off and safely examine what they've been doing in there. We've had specialist input from Derry's who have dealt with all the MEP, and Derry's encompassed this huge globe of people, whether that's the guys doing the medical gases, insulating the pipes, providing standard mechanical solutions to problems we've got here, to specialist electronics like you can see behind me for the desks. You can see the intricate wiring that's gone into these Blackburn Starling desks for technicians to work on.
So in the building it's basically split into two systems. You've got the building services side of the system, which will do all your standard lighting, power, socket outlets, to keep basically all the systems running, including the mechanical services as well. And then you've got the research side of the distribution system, which will then provide power to all the different areas and different rooms. So Western Power have provided the 5 MVA supply to the building, and then obviously from there we've obviously distributed that power to all the different areas, again to meet the specific needs and to all the specific kit that they've got installed around the building. Again, the high power test cell area has got 2 specific transformers which are feeding an 8,000 amp panel, which will then provide them with the power they need to carry out all their different bits of testing.
You can have a desk, whether that be a single person using it or 2 technicians at once. Each one is in a bank of 6, so you can have up to 12 technicians working at one time, and that could be a technician or a student working with another technician or another student, 2 technicians that work for the university together, visiting students coming in, visiting personnel that are working on specialist projects. It allows everybody to work in a collaborative space. But the PEMC isn't just working on one thing at one time. They may have, up to 50 things on the go at the same time, whether that be a student's work for their degree or a technician working on a problem that needs to be solved for British business or a foreign investment company that needs some technology. A world-leading facility like the PEMC will be able to solve that problem. That's why we've given them such a massive amount of workspace within that area. The type of building this is would have been difficult anyway. It would have always been a challenge to meet the targets we needed to, have the design input that everybody needed to have, and work together by being on site meeting. And then you bring COVID into the mix where we now can't meet on site. We can't sit in a room together. We've had to do everything through video conferencing. That has made everything more difficult, but like I've said previously, it's been a real team effort here. We've relied on Derry's to give us the information that we've needed from them. They've done the same with us, and down to every contractor we've had on here, we've kept a safe environment, as safe as we can be. We've had no incidents of COVID here. We've got a rigorous testing system. As you come in, you're inducted, you're tested, a load of background questions are put into place, and we've achieved a really high standard, not only of health and safety, but of COVID compliance. I think leaving a world-class facility behind is quite special. You don't do that every day in your career. I've built some big buildings, worked on some massive projects, some really good heritage stuff. When you can walk away from this, knowing that they might be developing the next electric vehicle, or possibly something that's going to work in the space program, or something that's going to save millions of lives or save the environment. That's not something you do every day at work, so that's quite special, I think, and I think that'll stay with us for a long time.